Hello everyone, in this video the topic is about seasonal friendships when convenience wears the mask of connection. Friendship in its truest form is a sanctuary. It is where the heart finds rest, where words flow freely, and where silence is equally understood. Yet, not every connection we call friendship is truly friendship. There are those ties that sprout suddenly, like spring blossoms, vibrant and intoxicating in the moment, but fragile, temporary, and destined to wither with the first change in the season. These are what we might call seasonal friendships, relationships rooted not in loyalty or care, but in convenience, utility, or fleeting need. The nature of a seasonal friend. A seasonal friend is someone who enters your life with warmth and enthusiasm, often making you feel as if you are important, valued, and central to their world. But their attachment is conditional. It lasts only as long as they can draw something from you, whether that be support, resources, emotional validation, or even just companionship to fill their loneliness. When the winds shift, when you are no longer able to serve their need, or when someone else offers them more, they quietly, sometimes suddenly drift away. The calls stop, the invitations fade, the connection once buzzing with life now falls into silence, and you realize painfully that what you thought was a friendship was only an arrangement of convenience. This type of relationship is not new to the human condition. From ancient literature to modern psychology, people have observed the tendency of some to seek connection not for love but for gain. Aristotle, in his Nicomachean Ethics, even categorized friendships of utility, friendships of pleasure, friendships of virtue. Seasonal friendships almost always fall into the first category, utility. You are a means, not an end. The illusion of intimacy. One of the most disorienting aspects of seasonal friendships is how genuinely they often appear at the beginning. The seasonal friend may shower you with attention. They might invite you to gatherings, share secrets, and lean heavily on you during difficult times. You might laugh together, create memories, and even trust them with pieces of your heart. But beneath the surface, the foundation is not built on the mutual care. It is built on transactions. What they truly value is not you, but what you provide. That provision may be tangible, like money, influence, or connections, or intangible, like emotional support, encouragement, or simply a listening ear. The moment your well runs dry, the illusion cracks. Suddenly their presence feels thinner, their words shorter, their excuses longer, and one day you wake up and realize you have been left behind. The wound of abandon. Being left by a seasonal friend can hurt more than a breakup. It is simply the absence that wounds, but the realization that you were never really seen. You were not loved for yourself, but for what you gave. There are a particular kind of betrayal in knowing that someone used your kindness, lean on your strength, enjoy your light, and then when the shadows came, they chose to disappear. You feel empty, even foolish, for believing the friendship was mutual. But this pain, as sharp as it is, holds within it an important lesson about human nature, trust, and resilience. The lessons hidden in seasonal friendships. Seasonal friendships, though painful, are not meaningless. They serve as a role in our lives. Even that role is not the one we initially believe. First, they reveal your own generosity. Sometimes we do not know how much we are capable of giving until someone draws it out of us. Even if a friend disappears, the kindness you show remains as part of your character. Second, they sharpen your discernment. Not everyone who enters our life deserves a title of friend. Learning to recognize patterns, who shows up only in sunshine and who walks with us in the rain, teaches us discernment. Third, they teach us to value depth over breadth. A seasonal friend may be like a bright spark, but a true friend is like steady fire. Once you experience the emptiness of the convenience-based friendship, you grow to cherish the rare souls who stay even when you have nothing to give. Fourth, they remind us that people act from their own needs. This is not always malice. Sometimes a seasonal friend does not consciously intend harm. They simply move on when their needs change. Why does not excuse their lack of loyalty. It helps us release bitterness by understanding the limits of their emotional capacity. The metaphor of the seasons, nature itself teaches us this truth. Not every plant blooms year-round. Some flowers appear only in spring, some fruits ripen only in summer, and some trees shed their leaves in autumn, leaving bare branches through the winter. So too with friendships. Some friends are meant to walk with us only through a certain season. They come, they play their role, and then they fade away. The danger lies not in their coming and going, but in a mistaking them for lifelong companions. Just as we don't expect a cherry blossom to bloom in December, we must not expect every friendship to be eternal. Some are only temporary, and that is their nature. Guarding the heart without closing it. The challenge, then, is this. How do we remain open to friendship without becoming hardened by seasonal disappointments? The answer lies in balance. Welcome connections, but test their roots. Not every new friend must be given immediately access to your inner world. Like a gardener, observe their consistency before planting them deep in your heart. Give freely but not blindly. Generosity is noble, but it must be coupled with wisdom. If you notice a pattern of one-sidedness, where you pour out and they only take, it might be time to step back. Cherish the true ones. The presence of seasonal friends makes the loyalty of true friends shine brighter. When you find someone who stays through both feast and famine, hold them close. Stories we all carry. Nearly everyone has a story of seasonal friend. Perhaps it was a co-worker who bonded with you during stressful project but disappeared once they were promoted, or a classmate who clung to you during exams but forgot you during the holidays, or a person who confided in you during their heartbreak but was absent when you faced your own storm. These stories sting, but in telling them we realize we are not alone. The experience is almost universal, and perhaps that universality offends the blow. It is not that you were uniquely unworthy. It is that some people simply do not have the capacity for lasting loyalty, the freedom of letting go. Ultimately, the power of seasonal friendships lie not in their betrayal, but in our response. We can cling to bitterness, replaying the wound over and over, or we can accept what was, grieve what wasn't, and move forward lighter. Letting go is not easy. It requires acknowledging that you misjudged, that you trusted someone who did not earn it. But it also means reclaiming your worth, reminding yourself that your value was never diminished by their departure. When a seasonal friend walks away, they take their need with them. What remains is your character, your generosity, your resilience. There are the treasures no one can steal. The circle of true companionship. Life is long, but not infinite. As we move through its seasons, our circle of true companions often grows smaller, not larger, but smaller does not mean poorer. A handful of loyal friends outweighs a crowd of seasonal ones. True friendship, after all, is not about constant excitement. It's about presence, quiet, steady, enduring presence. It is about knowing what when the night grows cold, someone will still be there with you, even though if they bring nothing more than silence and warmth. Seasonal friendships remind us of this truth by contrast. They live, and in their living, they highlight the beauty of those who stay. The closing reflection. Seasonal friendships are like passing storms. They come suddenly, sometimes with dazzling rainbows, sometimes with violent winds. They shake us, surprise us, even drench us, but they do not last. And that is their gift, to teach us not to build our house on the weather, but on the rock of those few who truly care. So if you find yourself mourning a friend who was only there when it benefited them, let your grief run its course, but also let your wisdom grow. For each seasonal friend that leaves, you are one step closer to recognizing and cherishing the rare and precious gift of a true lifelong friend. Thank you so much, and I hope you like this video. Until next time.